Two superheroes from Chicago unite to become
Thunder Force. All right, so let's talk Thunder Force, which stars Melissa McCarthy, Octavia Spencer, and Jason Bateman. Octavia Spencer, when she was a child, both of her parents were killed by these deplorable superheroes. There's an accident, and these horrible people are able to gain superpowers. And up until today, it's only the bad guys that have superpowers. And so she has made it her life mission when her parents get killed that she's going to create her own set of superheroes to go fight these bad guys. Her and Melissa McCarthy become friends in school. They stand up for each other, they help each other, and they're pretty much friends until they get a little bit older and they're going into college. And Octavia Spencer has got that one focus on creating these superheroes, and Melissa McCarthy just wanted to have fun, and they kind of split off in their younger years. Well, it's their high school reunion, which I thought was funny because it said 94 on it.
That's 94.
There you go, 94. So I'm like, I don't know if I would agree with the age, but yeah. So they're having their class reunion, and she had actually called Octavia and asked her to go, and she said she'd show up, and she didn't. So she goes to her place of business to kind of pull her away. And when she's there, little chaos ensues, and she ends up getting the superpowers when it was really meant for Octavia Spencer's character. And that's all I'm going to give away at this stage. I will tell you that Jason Bateman has a big role in this movie that was probably the highlight of the film, and it's an interesting movie. What were your thoughts on this?
Aaron, Thunder Force, sleeper hit. It was hilarious. I just got done watching it literally within the last hour. I went in with very just mediocre expectations. And let me tell you, I laughed and laughed and laughed. I haven't laughed this much in a movie since 2020, a mockumentary on Netflix. So this movie is very funny to me. Now, everybody has a different opinion about what's funny. Some people think something's funny that's not. But for me, I had a great time. I was entertained from beginning to end. The dialogue is just on point. The comedic dialogue, just you kind of comedy movies usually have a pacing. There's a certain level of you say this, here comes the joke. This movie's dialogue kind of departs from that. There's jokes inserted when you're not ready for them, and it keeps you off balance. And they're very funny. Melissa McCarthy, she does a great job. Her dialogue, her comedy, like timing, all of these are just like nailed. They nailed it. The editing, the directing. She's great in this. Jason Bateman is great in this. It's just everything about it is just fun. You want to have a good time, check this out on Netflix. It's one of the funniest, it's definitely hands down the funniest things of 2021 that I've seen. And I haven't seen a lot of comedies, but this takes the cake for me. I can't tell you how much of a good time I had with this movie. What about you, Aaron?
Yeah, for me, I went in expecting to be entertained, and I was. Now, I've seen a lot of reviews online where this movie is getting bashed by people, saying it's horrible, it's worse than Coming to America 2. And I said, look, my short review on this, to these responses on this is, look, was this movie overly hilarious? No. Was it thoroughly enjoyable? Absolutely. Yes. From beginning to end. And it was definitely better than Coming to America.
Definitely better.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Mm-hmm.
So this had more of a movie feel than that movie. I mean, I can't talk enough about how cheap Coming to America felt in its presentation. This did not have a cheap presentation. In fact, this had some much bigger special effects in it than I was expecting. And there were some pretty cool moments, especially towards the end. I was surprised at how well they did the special effects and what kind of money went into it. Mm-hmm. I didn't laugh like hysterically throughout the film, but like you said, there are plenty of times where you're going to laugh out loud. And the pacing in this movie, wow, it was perfect.
It was perfect.
It kept your attention from the time it began until it ended. And I hope they make sequels because I think they could go places with this. And my only my only complaint with this is I think Octavia Spencer didn't have a big enough comedic role in it. She
Yeah.
was too serious compared to all the other characters. All the other characters were more cartoonish, and she was too grounded.
She was very grounded, wasn't she?
Yeah, and I was hoping they would do a little more with her. They do have some funny moments together, though, and she does loosen up towards the end of the film. And so I'm hoping a sequel, they'll both be able to come in and really do something. And I think this was directed by by Melissa McCarthy's husband. I'm hoping it does well enough to get a sequel because I would like to see where this story goes. I think they have some great potential. So what was your final score on this?
All right. So for me, it was just perfectly balanced. There's feeling, you care about them, you get to know them as kids, you get to see them as teenagers. There's a progression of their relationship. You get to see them as adult, and you find out that Octavia Spencer has someone in her life that Melissa McCarthy's character didn't know about, and it's so well done. It's well done, and it's funny, and that's the key to a comedy. So at first, I sat down here and I said, you know what, I'm going to give it this score, but I'm going to change it. I'm going to give this a movie score of a 9. I've only done that maybe once or twice.
Whoa.
But as a comedy, this ticked all the boxes. You'll have a good time. You're going to laugh, and you're going to walk away feeling better than you did when you sat down and start watching this. What about you, Aaron?
Yeah, for me, and there is no film score, and I want to make that. This is a comedy. There's there's no message in this one.
No.
So as a movie, I'd give it an 8. For me, it was either 7.5 or an 8. But I'm going to go with an 8 because it's enjoyable. I mean, there's no doubt about it. If you sit down and watch this, you're going to enjoy it. And we watched it with the whole family. And that is one thing I can say about this is the whole family can watch this. There's nothing in this that kids can't watch. So it's something the whole family can sit down and watch. So I really like that. And again, I like the quality of the film and the pacing and the characters. Yeah, this was just a great cast. It was well executed. So I do give it an 8, but no film score.
All right. So thank you guys. All of you guys have been watching and listening on Spotify, Facebook, Audible, and especially YouTube. Make sure you subscribe down below. We want to thank you guys for watching and listening throughout, and we'll see you guys next week. I'm Lamont Lovejoy.
I'm Aaron Fisher.
See you then.